Hello again and welcome back to Python Tutorials. This is episode 9, and in this episode I'm going to be telling you about 3 very important data types: the dictionary, the set, and the tuple. However, now I have a dictionary variable. Now, this dictionary variable, like all dictionaries, is comprised of pairs between keys and values. The keys in this case are 1, 12, and 123, and the values are A, B, and C. So when I run this program, I'll be prompted for my input, and if I put in, for example, 1, 2, 3, it will output C, because that is the value paired up to the key 1, 2, 3. One quick thing to note before we move on is that dictionaries have 2 very special bound methods called keys and values, which can be called and return the keys and values, obviously, but irritatingly in their own data type, which you must then convert to list if you, for example, want to iterate through them. Moving on, we have the set data type, and the only use of the set data type that comes up often is removing duplicates from a list. So as you can see here, on line 4, list variable is cast to set, and then cast to list, and then print, and this removes the duplicate items from the list. Now finally we have the tuple data type, which is denoted by these round brackets like on line 3, or as you can see on line 1, no brackets at all. And the most important thing to note about tuples is that they have an ability called unpacking. So, for example, on line 5, we print tuple var as it is, which is a tuple. As you can see, it prints with the round brackets and the commas because that is what it is. However, if I were to put a single asterisk in front of the name that I'm calling, this essentially prints it as if it wasn't a tuple, but as several values, which are the values within the tuple. So in this case, it will print 1, 2, 3, no brackets, no commas, just spaces, as you would expect when printing them. Now, one final but very important thing to note is a phenomenon called entanglement. So, as you can see, list variable A is initialized as a list containing 1, 2, and 3 in that order. And then on line 3, list variable B is set equal to list variable A. Now what you would expect might happen would be that list variable B becomes a list containing 1, 2, and 3 in that order, which is what happens. However, on line 5, list variable A has the value 4 appended to it. Now, you wouldn't expect this would change list variable B, however, it does. This happens with lists and sets and dictionaries, and it can be extremely problematic. Now, one quick way around this is to add after your initialization of your list variable B on line 3 a blank slice. That is a slice of the whole list variable A, which will then create a copy of it in a different memory location to save as list variable B. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.